Okay. So first name, email, contact address, everything is correct. Team name is also correct. Your contact details are there. Faculty details are there. Hardware resource section.
So shall we share the screen, sir? Like,
yeah, we can share the screen.
yeah.
So your answer is in the box, right?
Yes, sir, in the box.
So these always actually they ask for the abstract submission also. We put the same thing, sir. Like
Correct.
what we said.
Yeah.
And this was like you send the corrections, no, sir, for abstract. We included all those corrections and we put the for this first section. Proposal summary, we did the same thing.
Yeah, it's a good question. Right. So section 2, technical aspect of innovative solution, right? And just to go to the section 2.
Yes, sir.
And you have not mentioned the application altimeter. For example, IKSHANA is a low-cost solution which can be utilized for developing many useful indigenous products, including autonomous vehicles, night vision goggles for soldiers, uh, altimeter for space applications, and speed detection radars for law enforcement agencies, and specialized radar applications for them. So you can add this altimeter application also.
Sir, actually, we added, sir, like in other section, we gave a detailed description of application.
Okay, then that's fine. Just highlight the variety of applications that we can do with this.
I'll just show that, sir, one second.
Okay.
Scope of work, we added many applications.
Yeah, I think that's fine. This is what we actually want to show. It's not just one, product. It can actually lead to several products
Yes, sir.
with a variety of applications. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I'm just going through. So could you go to the section 2 again, the abstract part. Just we'll go page by page quickly and see. Go. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, just go to the next page. Yeah, here we want continuing with the theoretical discussion.
Yes, sir. Till here, sir. After proposed approach, what's the difference?
Okay. FOV stands for field of vision. Is it FOV? FOV stands for what? Hello?
The field of view.
Yeah, field of view. So this 3.75, do you have a source or reference for that value, or a product that has a resolution of 3.75 that you can refer there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have like the one we are using as resolution of that one only.
Yeah, you can just refer to that because you said most of the automotive radar uses 4G bandwidth, which has a resolution of 3.75. So
Yes,
any
sir.
of the, I mean, this is about automotive radars using this that has 3.75 centimeter resolution. So that can be referred.
Okay, sir. We will add a reference there.
See, figure 4 is actually not okay. So you say short range radar, mid range radar, and long range radar.
Yes, sir.
So these three have different field of view. That's a point you are trying to communicate in figure 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, a different field of view and different range. Like everything is different for them, and resolution also, like depending on the range.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. See the bullets that is shown on the right side of the figure. I mean, what? Why is it there? The bullet, three bullet points. It's all.
Uh, like, like, sir. We
Oh,
can
this is
in.
continuation of the text
Yes, sir.
on the above
Continuation of the
sentence.
text. Yes, sir.
Mm. Usually, when that's what, if it's pure text, people will not have problem with the figure and the text. But since the bullet points, they will try to see whether this is the description of the figure or not. But it's actually the description of the running, continuous continuity of the text. So we can slightly move the figure up or top or bottom, so that confusion will not be there.
Okay, sir. Sir, can we like
Can you put this
make
on the
these
left,
points
sir?
to the left? Yes, sir.
Page number, page size will be affected. That's what.
Yes, sir. Page size will be affected. So can we like put these bullet points to the left and figure to the right?
Yeah, that is also fine. Maybe, yeah, swap it left, right. Or the figure can be made next to the table 1. That because table doesn't require that kind of space, we can use
Yes, sir.
that.
Okay.
Yes,
We
sir,
can do
we
that.
can do
Yes,
that.
sir, we can do that.
That is also possible.
Yeah, this table can have slightly lesser font size. So you are using LaTeX or Windows for developing this?
Sir, later only.
LaTeX, sir.
LaTeX. Then you can use slightly smaller font for the table one, so it will
Yes.
become smaller. Right side you can put the figure, so that will be good.
Okay, sir.
That will not take additional vertical space.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, this SOC module, we can mention what processor you are using. So Swadeshi Shakti, that specific processor type can be mentioned
Yes, sir.
instead of just saying Swadeshi processor, because since we have decided in favor of that.
Yes, sir. We can write Shakti, sir. Shakti.
Yeah, yeah. How many transmitter antennas are there?
Sir, 4.
4.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
4.
I go to next page. Hmm. So just the sentence that you mentioned, the data output from the radar transceiver module follows CSI2 protocol, which
Yes,
is
sir.
input to the microprocessor. So that doesn't look good as a sentence. So you can say the uh, it conveys data output from the radar transceiver module follows CSI protocol in order to interface with the microprocessor. That way it's fine.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, you
Okay,
can
sir.
say a CSI2 protocol is used to interface between radar transceiver and the microprocessor and the
Okay, sir.
microprocessor. Just that we can just slightly rewrite.
Okay, sir.
So how do you do this? CSI2 protocol is actually supported by this RTX.
No, sir, it's not supported by the board directly. Like, we will first have to implement D5 receiver. Like, this receiver subsystem is given in the figure, like figure 6.
Okay.
So, first thing is we need this 5 protocol interface. For that, like, directly a flat flexible cable wire is needed. For that, like, in this, we are using flat flexi cable receiver, which will then be connected to directly like board using Arduino R3 connectors.
Okay.
Okay, sir. After that, like we can get the data and process it.
Mhm. See, just you have mentioned as shown in figure 5.
Oh,
So
yes, sir.
is it figure 5 or figure 6?
No, sir, figure 6, figure 6. Like we included that figure 5 later, so
No,
there's a
no, figure 5 you have a different figure.
Yes, sir,
So
yes, sir.
you may, I think here you need figure 6 because you are talking about the data flow within the
Yes, sir,
system,
it
right?
should be
Yeah.
figure 6 only. Okay, sir.
Go to the next page. Can you go? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a very good point. We can just this later they can further be integrated into the Shakti SDK for being able to use their functionality efficiently. So this point can be yeah mentioned elsewhere too, where one of the possible outcomes of the project as because
Okay, sir.
this yeah that way it will enhance the capabilities of Shakti SDK. We just make a note of the last point that is just above the scope of work. That
Yes, sir.
that point can be taken one more time to another place where the overall contributions or output of this project can be this enhancing the Shakti SDK with the capabilities like this.
Yes, sir. We'll add.
This night vision application is is it really possible with this night vision Google application that you have mentioned here?
So like not exactly, but enhancing its capabilities, like it can be done using that.
Yes, sir. We can actually maybe customize a prototype of this for that application, sir,
Okay.
by using like other better signal processing techniques.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maybe that could be useful for armored vehicles
Yes, sir. That too.
because yeah to navigate in some terrains you can probably use it. Yeah, but as a subsystem or a module to develop a larger system, I think it is possible. So this particular thing, liquid level measurement, you can mention this in special application domains such as space, because otherwise people do not find this as an important, requirement. But where you have certain special kind of fuel or other kind of measurements do not work, you can probably use it. So we can mention LNG tankers and storage tanks to fuel storage tanks in space applications to measure product volumes.
Yes, sir. We can
Yes, sir, we can do
mention
that.
radar altimeters and liquid level measurement under space application.
Yeah, correct. Oh, that you have mentioned already. Oh, fine. Yeah, aerial and space applications are also fine. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. We will modify that.
Okay, can you go to the next page?
Sir,
One
this is
second.
just a table for like what components we'll be needing, off-the-shelf
So,
components.
so the AWR chipset is costing only this much.
Actually, it's like 1,000 rupees is for delivery charges. It is around 2,800 only.
But you need more than one quantity to do the
Uh,
experiments and studies, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But like for this first prototype, only like one would be necessary, I guess. Like we can
No, no.
increase the
See,
quantity.
that is always a risk working with one chip because sometimes
Yes,
it
sir.
may be dead on arrival itself. So,
Yes, sir. It will be
and then
possible.
we have to initiate a new process, and the new process will take a lot of time. So, I would suggest you buy at least five. A cost for at least five. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So, where will you get money for this?
Like
Sir, I think they would be providing the some amount for the 100 participants who are semi-finals.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
yes, sir.
Yeah, that is good. If they are providing, that is we can use that. Otherwise, we can use some of the lab contingency amount from our department to
Yes.
get this. That's also possible. Okay, but you always make at least five items for each component. It will save a lot of time. And sometimes when you solder something, it will just damage itself. So make sure those kind of issues will not affect the flow of work.
Yes, sir. We'll change this.
But are you sure these are the required components? These are the only required components? Have you evaluated that properly? Expansion module. And you need
Yes,
to
Sir,
sir.
I
I
go.
just
think these are for the basic prototypes that we are planning. Maybe we'll require other things.
Will it come with antennas?
yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
That has
Antennas will be
everything.
there. Yes, sir.
The module come with antennas, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we will be using for this prototype display on our monitors, something that
And we don't
can.
need any power driver or anything, right? So this module will be able to support the necessary power that you need to transmit.
Okay, sir. We'll need a power driver also.
Yeah, just check
Uh,
that. Sometimes you may miss that.
yes,
Anyway,
sir.
just check this particular part one more time. One review will be able to solve. Actually, if Vanidevi or the VSSC scientist was available, they could have done a better review of the possible components that we may not easily recollect. Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
anyway, don't worry about that. But review that one time and increase the quantity to five. So we will avoid a possible delay or damage or other difficulties. It will not make much. This is actually not a significant amount given the cost of a product that we buy from the market.
Yes, sir. And like they will be providing around 1 crore for like proof of
Yeah.
concept. So
Actually, even for advertising and coordinating this, how many crores would eventually be spent by the
yes, sir.
government. So that way, this is very small amount. So let's make best use of that. Okay. And but you need this. Uh, uh, so where do you program this?
What, sir?
Sir, I think the FPGA boards will be shipped to us, sir, like after this.
Say that again. I could not hear you.
The FPGA boards will be
Uh-huh.
shipped to all semi-finalists, sir, after this stage.
Okay. Okay. So they will provide, right?
Yes, sir. Like
These are the
They'll
costing
provide
additional components.
FPGA board and 25,000 cash amount.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so only after this level they will be providing that.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
they will select 100 participants, and for them they will provide the FPGA board and the prize money around 25K.
Yes, sir. And after that, means minimum viable prototype stage, proof of concept stage, they will be giving like another 75,000 if needed.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine. But you don't have to mention this in this table, right?
So which thing?
That FPGA board.
No, sir.
No, that we
No,
don't have to
it's
mention.
not
Like
Okay,
required, sir.
okay,
This
off
is
the shelf
additional.
components only.
only
Additional.
of the fine, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you go to the next page?
So this is a block diagram overall.
So you have 3 transmitters and 4 receivers.
Yes, sir.
It's a block, yeah. Okay. So where do you explain this block diagram as well as the figure? Okay, figure 7 is actually 3 diagrams, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Like these two diagrams are, I guess, self-explanatory.
which is actually A diagram A at the
Sir,
top,
above one. Yes, sir.
and B
Below one.
This one,
below
sir, the
which
flow
one?
diagram.
Yeah. Yes, flow diagram.
On the,
Oh, that is a B one, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
yes, sir. I think
So
we
you can
forgot
actually
to.
mark the letters
Yeah.
within the figure itself, so that confusion may be
Yes,
avoided.
sir. We'll do that, sir.
Okay,
But
sir.
do you explain these figures anywhere briefly, very briefly, like one paragraph
Sir,
explanation?
this flow diagram is explained, sir, like in that proposed
Where do you
approach.
explain that?
Technology
Yeah.
section.
In this methodology section, sir. This is the thing
Methodology
mentioned.
section. Okay. 1 second. No. Can you highlight the figure 7 reference? Where do you mention figure 7?
Okay. I think we didn't do that, sir. Like we have
Yeah,
to
we should
define.
do that,
Yeah.
because
Yes, sir.
otherwise one will not be, anybody can make a different meaning out of a figure unless
Yes,
you
sir. Yes.
make it. So you refer to this figure
Okay,
and
sir.
briefly explain. Even if the explanation is only 2-3 sentences, that should be fine. But some
Okay, sir.
explanation should be there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, otherwise it won't be good. It need not cover very big details or depth, but some explanation should be there. If they need, they can query back and ask. But we
Okay,
should
sir.
not leave it not mentioned or not discussed. Okay, I think that is one important thing. You can actually make the figure slightly saving on space. Without taking the full page. The whole page is actually taking figure 7, right? Almost. You may be able to save a little bit of space there. You can make it 3/4 of the page, and maybe a quarter of the page can be used to explain it.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
And also label ABC inside the figure, so people
Yes,
will
sir.
not
Yes,
get
sir.
confusion. So the CSI2, the mark, the label that you have, the arrow that you have marked,
Yes, sir.
uh, that in some way connected to the flow diagram, or it's not really inside the flow diagram?
Sir, it's inside the flow diagram only. It's like the left part is transceiver and right part is SOC, which will be connected using SPI and CSI2.
Okay, now what exactly, which, in the flow diagram, there are certain blocks or states or an interaction between those blocks or states. Okay, so this ADC, the arrow from the ADC block is pointing to the right. What does that mean actually?
So it's not exactly from ADC, like from the whole, it's from the whole left part to the right part. Like we are trying to do that from left to right.
The whole, which means the left side, the transceiver flow diagram to the
Yes, sir.
SOC flow diagram. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that
Yes, so
it's not
something
easy.
like this, actually.
Yeah, that's what. So how do you see transceiver flow diagram? Okay. If this, if a block in the left to a block in the right, that is very clear to have the physical meaning. Okay, right now
Okay, sir.
there is some confusion how to relate these two diagrams. And second thing is this flow diagram also has different meaning. You have this edges marked with the different colored lines and different text.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, for example, the memory block to ALU, you have three. One is multiple chips, second is multiple receiver, third is nothing. What is the meaning of the third blue arrow there? So, do you recollect? There are three arrows. One is red arrow with multiple chips marked there. Second is multiple receiver marked. What is the meaning of multiple receiver there?
Actually, sir, this is the sequential process. First, we'll get the data, we'll perform the FFT on the that data, and we'll get the range that is marked by red arrow. Now that is range FFT data will be gone into the memory block. On that data, data will perform the FFT on the multiple chips. Like as we
Okay.
saw on that diagram, on the multiple chips will perform FFT, and we will get the range velocity.
Okay. So you have the
Velocity.
color code capturing that information. That's what you want to try, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Here.
Like FFT block to range FFT to memory block to ALU. That is a red path flow, and then there's a green line that is going between the four blocks there, right?
So
Yes, sir.
that is the
It's
velocity
a FFT
information.
block range velocity. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm able to. But see, when you do this, if somebody is printing this document in black and white, they'll not be able to get that picture clearly. On screen with some color, and now with the restriction, I'm able to pick up. But otherwise, I will end up making different meanings out of it. So what I would suggest is you can, if you have three different colors, you also have three different pattern for the lines. Like
Okay, sir.
one is firm line,
Dashed
the other one is
line.
dotted
Okay,
line,
sir.
a third one is dashed line.
Yes, sir.
That
We
might
can
Okay,
do
sir.
that.
give some idea. But just to give a brief explanation of the figures 7A, B, C, that will get some basic idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
And
And we'll
even
also refer
B
it
to
there,
C,
sir.
figure B to figure C correction, I'm still not clear what exactly you intend with this figure. Okay, I can make my own guesses, but I'm not able to. For
I think,
example,
sir,
Sir,
SPA
actually, we
interface.
don't actually require this, sir. We just wanted to show, because we have already shown here in this block diagram. We just
Okay,
wanted to show the flow of like how the process goes on, the sequential process. But
no.
for just
Just
showing,
explain me this SPA. You say control and interrupt signal, and you show a double-sided arrow, thick arrow between buffer and something else. What you intend with that particular arrow?
actually, sir, that is not from the buffer. That is from the whole
I
transceiver. Maybe
Oh,
we'll
from the
make one box and
yes,
cover
we
this
can make
box
one box.
yeah, yeah.
separately.
If it is from a box, that will have a different meaning. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I was thinking that way from the buffer. This SPA interface is taking the control and interrupt signals to the rest of something. That
Yes, we need to make a box.
yeah. Just
Yes, sir.
improvise the figure and have a brief explanation. So it will be.
Yes, sir.
And also, see, if you remove the display unit to the right side, you will save a significant amount of vertical space.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
just work on the space saving on this figure too.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Then preliminary work. Can you go to the next page? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. the section 2 there, preliminary work, SPENT, spend. Actually, that sentence also can be refined for language.
Okay, sir.
There was significant amount of time spent, or the team spent significant amount of time, where SPENT can be used in selection of an appropriate transfer IC taken against a post data process. Yeah, see, the whole sentence is looking like somewhat very informal sentence, okay, and long sentence. So you can refine that sentence under the selection of transceiver IC.
Okay, sir. We'll do it.
Yeah, okay. Extension to the processors, October 2020. Okay. Yeah, even then there was a further effort running. That also makes it an informal
Yes,
description.
like I think we need
Can
to
remain-
grammar check
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Grammar and some formal language
Yes, sir, yes.
use can be there. Okay, so this is a timeline. This follows their timeline
Yes,
also
sir.
roughly, right? Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We have
January
included that.
FFT block implementation, CS8 implementation, DMA implementation, integrating FFT, CS2 and DMA using. Okay. Can you go to the next page, the bibliography? So the reference, the page size includes the reference also, or excluding?
It includes, sir.
It
They have
includes.
mentioned.
Okay, fine. Okay, so section. Can you go to the section 3? Okay.
So maybe here we can write, sir, that point that you were saying, SDK integration.
Yeah, correct.
So this is actually the same paragraph, the answer that we gave for abstract, sir. We just put it, they asked it before actually.
I just want to understand this figure. What is so discover radar IoT, and then discover decide machine learning 12 feet, or maybe the presence of other cars. Decide whether car too close, and steer car to the right. Okay, so just move. Act, discover, decide, act. Mhm. So this is actually the overall idea of self-driving or automated driving, right?
Yes, sir.
So just add one sentence referring an illustration of the self-driving car, or an example of self-driving cars is illustrated in figure 1. something like that. But you know,
Yes, sir.
already there are 7 figures up to the section 2 you have. Now in section 3, you are starting again with the figure 1. So this is a single document or two separate documents?
Sir, actually, this is like a different chapter we did, sir. There is a they mentioned it like we needed to add separate references for this also. So we thought we'll add separate figure numbers also from starting.
Okay, so basically you are uploading single file with the different sections.
Yes, sir.
Because they
Okay.
wanted different references for each section.
Okay, fine. Then you can start the new numbering. That's no problem. But just add one sentence, something like an illustration. The idea of self-driving or automated cars is illustrated in figure 1, something like that.
Yes,
I
yes,
don't think explanation is required, but mention is required about the figure.
yes, sir.
Okay. Can you go to the next page?
Yes.
Uh, why you are not beginning with the same margin for the block of text to the left of the figure? Why do you want to have a margin shift?
No, sir. Actually, when we were doing it in LaTeX, we had to use something called mini page, sir. In this, I think we have to
Oh,
align that.
okay. No, you can save some space. But
Yes,
you
sir.
know, this figure, overall idea of automation, there are 2 figures actually. You know, figure 1 as well as figure 2. Uh, Actually, one figure is enough to give this.
Okay,
I
sir. I
don't
think
think
we
we
can.
need to have 2 figures, but whether the first one or second one. Second one gives different levels.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. No, sir. Actually, we wanted to. It was looking like a lot of text in single page, so we added.
Oh, you wanted to have some figure so the reader will be.
Yes, sir. Like be
So in that
interested.
case, the figure 2 caption can be revised as
Levels of automation.
standardized levels or levels in automated system, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Because the highlighting thing is L0 through L6. You can say
Yes,
the 6 levels of vehicle automation.
yes, sir. We can do that.
And what is this left side block driver indicating in this diagram, in this figure 2? What is the relevance of having the vertical text of driver? Does it mean that the driver should be there or not?
Sir, I think for till maybe till level some 4 or level 3 or 4, we require driver, and it will be providing assistance to the like driver. But from level 5 onwards, it will be like no human required. I think we have to improvise this, sir, like little bit figure.
Yeah, see, I am able to make understanding of the levels described L0, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. And but the left side, the vertical bar mentioning driver, that point I'm not clear because Actually, the text is very clear. No
Yes, sir.
automation, in charge of all the driving. Driver assistance must do all the driving, but with some basic help in some situations. Partial automation must stay fully alert even when vehicle assumes some basic driving tasks. Then conditional automation, high automation, full automation. So the left side driver thing block can be removed.
Yes,
That
sir.
doesn't mean anything there.
Yes, yes.
And this also, if it is already not mentioned, you mentioned that the different levels of the automated car system or different standardized levels of the automatic or self-driving cars are shown in figure 2. So that way, figure is self-explanatory, but you just mention it somewhere wherever it is appropriate.
Yes, sir.
So maybe to the after the first sentence, you can add a sentence like in Indian automobile industry, the proposed IKSHANA system can be used as an integral component of self-driving cars and advanced driving assistance systems. Figure 2 shows the
Yes, sir.
standardized levels of automated driving cars. One sentence can be added.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think good paragraph. Yeah. What is the biomedical application that you see? I'm looking at the page next. Can you go to the next? What's the biomedical application that you're? Yeah, in this page you have a biomedical application, right?
Yes, sir. I think it is
We
explained.
mentioned above also, sir. Somewhere in
Biomedical
the
application.
section 2, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Just go to there.
Again.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Breast tumor diagnosis. Cardio. I see. So like something like a scanner.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Okay, fine. You can go. Yeah, keep it there. Keep it here. So you have drawn this yourself, or where did you get this idea of the picture? I mean,
So we did it ourselves, sir.
I see. Minimum viable prototype, proof of concept, 31st March 2021. Then patent application, April 2021. Sponsored research for development of state-of-art techniques and final prototype development, April to mid-June 2021. Final hardware prototype demonstration. Okay. 30 June. So incubation period starts July 2021 to June 2022. So industry-specific custom designs, military, space, and automotive. Approaching targeted industries and companies. DRDO military. Okay. Yes. Automotive companies. Tata, Maruti, Suzuki, etc. Nissan Digital Hub is now functioning in Trivandrum. It is responsible for a major part of the design for their self-driving vehicle, electric vehicles, and so on. So we can include vendors like Tata, Maruti, Suzuki, Nissan.
Yes, sir.
Also. And fostered custom hardware prototyping and testing introspective ways. Yeah. So they have any suggestions on this commercialization roadmap? Have they given any?
No, sir. Like they have just asked us to like give a like estimated how do you plan to take this into market or something.
Okay.
This is in line with their timeline, sir, that is given.
Okay. Yeah, one way to commercialize is how uh, this custom designs for various segments. Uh, yeah, that way this licensing the design is also one particular output. License the design for other people to make it. And for example, you license DRDO to make this for their application, and you get some royalty out of their thing. Or you license this to Bharat Electronics Limited, and where they will actually be, developing and selling it to various things. But you derive the licensing fee for this one. So that's also one product. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yes.
So yeah, go further. So what is the first sentence in potential challenges involved?
I think there is some like errors here.
Yeah, we can improve that.
Yes.
So the main, again the main challenges. Next sentence also instead
sir.
of the main potential, either the potential challenges or the main challenges.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Heavy competition market. Why do you think it is heavy competition? Okay, in the electric sector, electric vehicle or self-driving vehicle, the competition is high. That's what you say.
Yes, sir. Like many companies have been trying to do that.
Mhm. But how many? Actually, this is where it's interesting. Did we discuss this any time to check in the patent database whether there is any Indian patent or US patent in the that is actually going to be an issue for us. Anyway, we are using this Indian processor, so I don't think Indian process will be patented for this kind of an application. Yeah, but looks like I do not think any Indian companies would be having a product in this segment. I have not seen. Probably you may have seen or not seen. I don't know. But yeah, that way Indian side competition is not going to be there, but the international competition is actually high. That is where it might be facing some competition. See, I'll tell you this: the customization can be very, yeah, very much opening up new markets. For example, let me tell you one thing. Today, I wanted to measure what is the depth of my uh, well. I have a well in my compound. I just want to see what is the depth, or from the surface of earth to the level of water, what is it like? It's almost like level measurement, but not high precision, or not for a LNG tank or a space application kind of environment. I just want to have a household equipment to measure the depth of my well. Okay. Uh, in fact, it's not easy to measure that actually. And even when I really wanted to see in summertime how deep my well is, I have to throw a stone and just measure the time till I hear the sound, and then do the math to check an estimate of that. If it was something like a very small handheld device, a battery powered handheld device like the thermal camera, just a click and get the distance. That would have been really helpful on various applications. Okay, yeah, that way, a lot of handheld devices can be developed where this depth measurement or distance measurement can be, uh, yeah, made.
Yes, sir. Like for like applications for common man, something like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Day-to-day applications where,
Yes.
even in construction sites also, they really need a lot of measurements which can be made very quickly. Usually, some measurements cannot be taken with one person. One, because you need two people to hold the wire or cable in two places to have the measurement completed. So, in many such cases, you probably will be able to do with a handheld equipment, for this kind of radar-based handheld equipment. So that way, this heavy competition in the market uh, is true only for the electric, self-driving vehicles market. That too, international product. The Indian market, we can say heavy competition in the international market, and significant opportunities in the Indian market.
Yes, sir.
That way, actually, otherwise one gets an idea that the market is already filled with a lot of products in this. Okay, probably it is true for the self-driving car market. But they use lidar or other kind of techniques. And if you consider the variety of other applications like the measurement tools, biomedical and other things, then actually the market is not that competitive, or not even developed sufficiently well. So that way, heavy competition in the self-driving market segment.
Okay, sir.
Then you have to mention uh, a sentence within that paragraph saying that while the Indian market is still unexplored, or the Indian companies have not started exploiting this market. So that way we should end.
Yes, sir.
Can you go up?
So this we have written about the incubation cell in IIST, sir, like smart.
Yeah. What do you mean by link up? Link up is what? Link up means
So
we have to talk to a company or something.
yes, sir, they have asked us, sir, like whether we have approached a company already, because there are some startups also participating in this, right?
Okay. So we have not approached. There have also not been any tax. This innovative solution is still around. Maybe I don't know. In future we might approach and try. Yeah. We will first approach IIST's incubation cell, and you should expand the STIAC as okay. Expansion is coming in the next sentence. First appearance should have the expansion.
Yes, sir, we'll change it.
So IIST has, we should refine this paragraph to make it formal English. Okay.
Yes, sir.
IIST has recently established a space technology innovation and incubation cell in order to foster the spirit of innovation, bring up successful entrepreneurs. That's fine. That's a good sentence. That can be first one. we will first be approaching stick for our project. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir. I think
this,
we should.
that way. Then we will also explore potential other venture capitalist or other external collaboration or link up agencies who will be able to help us develop this further.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that way we have to see. The first two sentences in the right, in the current form is not good. Even in fact, baby idea, up to baby idea also should not be there. And
Yes,
we
sir.
might approach the future, that also should be there. We should say first, IAST has recently established a space technology innovation and incubation cell to foster whatever thing. Then we will first approaching stick for their guidance as establishing a, what is it called, a technology company. Further, we will be approaching outside agencies or venture capitalists to support the further growth of our yeah, product.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think that way we can, basically there are two stages we are mentioning. One is internal activity within IAST. Second thing is a plan for the future, approaching other vendors or other potential collaborators or investors to develop this further. So let me ask you one thing. Out of the team members, is there anybody who is not planning to or not interested to join ISRO? Is there anybody in the team?
Sir, I think
No, sir, I don't
most
think
of
so.
us have not
Most of
really
us
thought
are at
about
least,
that.
yeah, not really thought about it, and at least the bond, they have thought at least for the 3 years they would be working if they get the offer.
Okay, fine. So that doesn't make a serious difference because you are still in the third year, and you are in the third year, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have 1 full year and 1/2 year. So 1.5 years time is left. Sometimes if it works out well as an entrepreneurship thing, we never know. Sometimes it can make a big impact before you leave the campus itself. Or alternatively, if it making some moderate impact, even if you are leaving IAST and going ISRO, sometimes that the company can run on its own with its own people as well as resources. So there are both possibilities exist. I think it's fine. Okay, so I think we are end of the report, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I think we have given some kind of an answer to their main queries. So I would recommend you go through one more time, refine it for improving the formal language as well as referring to the figures. And then I think you can submit it. You send it
Yes,
one
sir.
more time after revising it. If Dr. Vanidevi or did you send him also, VSSC scientist, a copy of this?
I think it is posted in the group, sir. We'll send him again also. Personally.
Yeah, Mithun, maybe you can revise it once and send it to him so that he can
Yes,
take a
sir.
quick look at this, and in case if he is giving a feedback, that will be useful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Any other questions?
No, sir. I think we will be revising this and send you the revised
So
copy, sir.
when is the deadline for submission?
25th, sir.
You have time to have one
Yes.
more revision as well as the distribution, and if anybody gives feedback, that way it will be revised.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Otherwise, it's good. Any other questions? So this is here too, right? Shithis,
Yes.
did you call me a few minutes before? You called me, right?
Yes, sir. I think he was just asking you for joining the meeting, I think.
Yes, sir. He is
Oh,
asking
okay,
for
okay.
meeting.
Actually, yeah. Okay, okay. I just saw the um, meeting reminder only at 4:20:25. At that time only I saw his call also. Okay. Okay, fine. Thanks. Anyway, we'll meet again if possible. Otherwise, we can get feedback from through email or WhatsApp and then implement it. But even I think it is in a fairly okay stage only. With one more revision, it should be much better.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay then. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Ritesh, Urja,